So, I have a question for the elementary school kids here. How many of you guys know Changaa? Yes? A few of you? Okay, well, we have a professor in the Department of Education. He's also a storyteller who goes to various schools around Duluth, and he teaches stories of love, peace, and unity. Please welcome to the stage Professor Changaa Mweti.
So, how are you today? No, you can do better than that. If there are elementary school kids here and all the kids in Duluth School District, they all know who I am. So, how are you today? Very good, very good. My name is Changaa, and I am from Kenya. And by the way, Kenya is in Africa. And the reason I'm saying this is because when I came to this country, I remember I went to school in Wisconsin. And I remember saying to a student there, "Do you know Kenya?" The guy looks at me and says, "Is that a new kind of soap?" I could not understand why someone at college level would think of Kenya as a kind of soap. But what I'm going to do today, I teach at UMD, and my specialty, I did my research on the power of narratives in education. Because stories break abstract concepts into concrete. When anything is told in a story form, it's easier to conceptualize. Stories thaw out our brains. And when our brains are thawed out, then the brains become fluid, and then you can conceptualize. You can soak a lot of stuff. Now that you did not have other people here with different accents, I might as well say that my accent is a little bit British, because Americans don't speak English. British people would say yes, you Americans say yup. British people would say no, Americans go nope. One time a little boy went home and said to his mom, "Today our teacher was teaching us how to say yes and no." "Really?" "Yup." "And did you learn anything?" "Nope." So the story I want to tell you now, because we are talking about peace. When I go to schools, I talk about peace, unity, reconciliation, and what has actually made me so happy is that when I tell kids stories, then we talk about the moral of the story. And they all say, they write and they say, "I learned this from your story, I know this." And so what I'm going to do now, because I'm not only telling kids, I'm going to tell you a story which I would like you to think deeply, because we are all in this together. Martin Luther King was talking about unity, about love, about reconciliation, about forgiveness. And the story I'm going to share with you very quickly now is going to demonstrate that. So, in Africa, when we tell stories, we say to the audience, stories all speak to us, story. That way, we know they are happening. Because I could you is here that your mind would be at McDonald's asking for hamburger. You know, when I was shocked by your foods, you know, foods like deviled eggs, that they have nothing to do with the devil. And then when I went to Wisconsin, I went to McDonald's, and then I saw pigs in blanket. I said, "Wow, what in the world is that?" So when I say to you, story, you all say to me, story. That way, I know you are listening. Okay, now before we do that, can you all please stretch your arms like this? Everybody, please. Remember, all other speakers had something they were reading. I'm reading from here. That's the work of storytellers. Thank you. So when I say to you, story, say to me, story. Okay, let's try it now. Story. Very good. Once upon a time, the mouse, the rooster, the he-goat, and the bull all lived in one homestead. And then one day, the mouse was walking, and the mouse saw a mouse trap. And then the mouse said, Since we are all here as friends, we are now assuming they were all friends. The mouse, the rooster, the he-goat, and the bull. So the mouse runs and says to the rooster, "Hey, my friend, there's a mouse trap under the bed there. Please undo it." The rooster said, "Who? Me? Roosters don't go under the bed. It's for you, mice. You undo it." The mouse went to his other friend, the he-goat, and said, "My friend, we share this homestead. We live here together. There's a mouse trap underneath the bed. Please undo it." The he-goat said, "Who? Me? When did you ever see a goat under the bed? It's your problem. Undo it." So now the mouse goes to the bull and says, "Mr. Bull, you are my friend. I have seen something dangerous here. Please, there is a mouse trap there. Help me and do it." And you know what the bull said? "Who? Me? No way. We are not even allowed in the compound, let alone under the bed." So the mouse goes, and then at night, the owner of the house hears something rattling under the bed. And then he wonders, what is that? So he tries to bring his hand down there, and then bang, he's stung by a snake, big snake. So the man cries, and in no time the man dies. It's now morning time. People are shocked. They say, "Wow, the head of the family is dead. So what are we going to do? Okay, let's plan the funeral." Then the people start coming. By noontime, only a few people are there. You know the planning committee of the funeral, what they say? These people are so few, but I guess they can just have a rooster for lunch. The rooster is taken, wham! The head is taken. They eat it for lunch. That evening, more people are there. They say, "Wow, these people are many. Why don't you get the he-goat? And then they can have supper." The he-goat killed. Next day, the funeral day, everybody is there from the village. All the people. Wow, these are many people. Only the bull would satisfy them. The bull is finally slaughtered. My dear friends, we are all in this together. When you see the mouse trap, undo it. Your problem is my problem. That is what Martin Luther King would have said. Thank you.